The tragic truth. The Butterbox babies. The ideal maternity home in Eastchester, Nova Scotia, once held promises of care and compassion. But within its walls, a sinister darkness lingered, one that would remain hidden from the world for years. Behind the polished facade of maternity services for married couples and discreet adoptions for unwed mothers, the home concealed a harrowing truth. William and Lila Young, who operated the facility, engaged in practices that would chill the hearts of anyone who learned of them. Babies deemed unmarketable, those born with physical imperfections, illnesses, or skin tones that fell outside the desired range, were deemed unworthy of life. These infants were fed only molasses and water, a meager diet that could sustain their fragile bodies for no more than a couple of weeks. Starved of love, nourishment, and warmth, they faded from life almost as quickly as they had entered it. These tiny lives, lost in silence, were discarded with shocking indifference. Many were hastily wrapped in small wooden boxes, once used for butter and dairy products. Over time, the community would come to know them as the Butterbox babies. Their delicate bodies were buried in quiet, unmarked places on the property, laid to rest at sea, or, in some cases, burned in the flames of the home's furnace. Grieving mothers were often told their babies had died shortly after birth, unaware that some of those children were instead sold to adoptive families, torn from siblings, or altered to fulfill the desires of paying customers. It is estimated that hundreds of babies perished under the Young's care, their brief lives extinguished without dignity or ceremony. Those who survived the bleak and unsanitary conditions of the ideal maternity home often bore lasting physical and emotional scars, reminders of the neglect that defined their earliest days. Though some were adopted into new homes, they carried with them the silent legacy of a place where life began not with joy, but with fear and secrecy. The legacy of the ideal maternity home remains a deep wound in history, a story of stolen innocence, shattered trust, and the quiet, enduring grief of mothers and children denied the love and connection they were meant to share. Follow for more.